Welcome. I'm just adjusting here. Okay, hopefully that's good. Good morning. Welcome to your September members only live class. We're going to do some yoga today. We'll still focus on the core, but I'm just feeling like I need a little bit of restorative work. And also I've had several requests for more yoga and more meditation. So trying to work that in there as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's come to our backs, lying on the mat. And right away, let's hug the knees into the chest. Close your eyes and just gently start to rock side to side for just a quick second here. Really trying to massage the low back. Go ahead and bring your hands to your kneecaps and circle your knees away from your chest and then circle them in around and stay in this direction for a couple rounds. Really trying to map out the low back on your mat. So really getting into all the nooks and crannies of your lumbar spine, and then reverse the direction. No crazy grip on your kneecaps, be gentle there. Just really trying to create some space and some softness in the back of the body. Should feel so good. Good. And then go ahead and set the left foot down on the floor. Bring the right foot to the top of the left thigh. And then reach in between your legs and hug your thigh in. Flex through your feet. Work your right knee away. And just breathe or relax your head, neck, shoulders, face, jaw. Good. Send your left heel up towards the ceiling. Flex through your foot. Feel a stretch all along the back of your leg and then point through your toes. Flex and point. Flex and point. Circle one direction. Circle the other direction. Bring your knee back into a bend. Start to drop your legs down or come into like a broken figure four. So the right foot stays to the outside of that left knee, that left thigh. And then we bring our arms out, and this is our spinal twist. So if this feels like too much on the low back, too much internal rotation on the hip, you can always unwind and stack your knees in your traditional spinal twist. But otherwise you're here, and just applying a little bit of gentle pressure through the right foot will help to open up that left hip and even the left quadriceps as well. Just finding space there. Deep breaths in. Keep your shoulders pinned to the floor. Full breaths out. Good. And then slowly bring yourself back to center, keeping that figure four. Let's keep our arms out to the side. Palms are going to face up towards the ceiling. Flex through both feet as you draw your left knee up to tabletop. Again, notice if your left knee is creeping in over your chest or belly. Push it out so that you feel a little work here in the low abdominals, trying to keep the low back nice and flat towards the floor. Now notice if your left foot is hanging out down here, we want our foot in line with our knee. So pick that foot up, arms out to a D. Inhale as you drop your heel down towards the floor. Exhale as you lift it up slowly. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, ribs in, back nice and flat, belly comes in. So we're still working here an external rotation through this right hip. We're adding a little bit of pressure through the right foot to the left thigh. So I feel my quadriceps working here. I feel this thigh work. Good. And then we're warming up through the core. Keep your foot flexed here. Let's go for one more like this. Good. And now point your foot, point your toes, and send it down and exhale lift. And just notice how that changes the engagement through the back of the leg versus the front of the leg. Good. Exhale to lift. We're moving slow. We're warming up. Ribs are in toward the midline. Back is nice and flat. Good. Go for two. Nice. Now set your foot flat to the floor. Bring your hands behind your head. Elbows nice and wide. Press your back flat. Draw your ribs in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chest curl. Inhale, lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale and lift. Good. Just warming up the upper quadrant of our abdominals now. Still open here through this right hip. Flexing through this right foot. Active through that side. And avoid the temptation to lift up and over to the right. Really try to stay lifted up through center. Let's go for 3. And 2. Nice and slow. Last one, hold it up there. Go ahead and extend your right leg long on an angle. Flex through your heel. Tap the top of your thigh. Keep your shoulders lifted. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. We point, reach, and flex, tap for 5. Flex, tap for 4. Flex, tap. Good. Elbows wide, chin up. Last 2. Last one, hold it up there on an angle. This hip is still open, still externally rotated. Pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Set the right foot down. Good. And let's send the left foot up to the right thigh. Reach in between the legs. Draw the right thigh in. Open up through that left hip. Should feel so good. Flex through both feet. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders, and the face, and the jaw, everything else relaxed here as we try to use our muscles to release our muscles. So a little bit of arm strength to draw the right thigh in, a little bit of hip strength to push the left knee away so we get a deeper stretch there through the back and the side body. Big breath in, full breath out. Good. Slowly release your hands. Go ahead and drop your right foot to the floor and then drop the left knee to the floor, coming into this broken sort of figure 4 twist. Again, if that's too much, you just unwind and stack the knees here. Opening up to that low back. Gentle twist through the spine, massaging those internal organs. Good. Maybe looking in the opposite direction if that feels good on the neck. Deep breaths here, a little bit of pressure from that left foot onto that right thigh. Avoid the kneecap, but really just trying to give yourself a little bit deeper of a release there with that. Big inhale, full exhale. Good, and then slowly bringing it back to center. Go ahead and pick the right foot up off the floor, extend the right leg nice and long. Flex through the heel, point through the toes, flex through the heel, point through the toes. Good. Circle one direction with that ankle and the other. Good. And then take a bend back into the knee. Keep your arms out to the side. Keep the arms nice and active, reaching through the fingertips. Back is nice and flat. Again, notice if the knee is creeping in, keep it over the hip bone. Foot is up in line with your knee, flexing through the heel. We'll take it down for 2. And exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower. And exhale, up. Good. Inhale, down. And exhale, lift. Just nice and slow and controlled, keeping the ribs in, keeping the back nice and flat as best you can. So you may not come all the way down to the floor, and that's okay. We want to control the range of motion so that we stay in control of the movement. So avoid flaring in the rib cage, avoid arching in the back. If you only come down halfway, but that's where you're in control, that's exactly where you should be. All right, let's go ahead and point the foot now. Inhale, tap the toes down, and exhale, lift. Good. Gentle pressure through that left foot again, so you're feeling the quads work a little bit. You're feeling the back of the leg work a little bit. Definitely feeling those hips work a little bit. Let's go for 3, and exhale, lift. Good. 2, and lift. Last 1. Good. Let's set that right foot down to the floor. Good. Bring your hands back behind your head. Walk that heel in a little bit if you need to. Flex through that left foot. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift, chest curl. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower down with control. So the chin stays up off the chest. As we lift the shoulder blades up off the floor, we actively press the low back down into the mat. Elbows stay wide, chin stays up. Exhale, inhale, return. Good. Go for 4. Nice. And 3, keeping that left hip open. Last 2. Last 1. Let's hold it up there. Chin stays up. Let's point as we lengthen that leg out at an angle and flex, tap the top of the thigh. We inhale, reach it out. We keep this hip open the entire time as best we can. So finding that external rotation engages those obliques a little bit more in this position, which is great. Also kind of turns the hips off and forces the abs to do a little bit more than the hip flexors taking over. Good. So let's go for 3. And tap, stay lifted through center. 2. And tap. Good. Last one, hold it up there on that angle. Good. Curl the shoulder blades up. Let's pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower everything down. Nice work. Pull the knees in towards the chest and rock side to side again. Just massaging that low back. Good, good, good. All right, let's keep the knees in. Hands come to shins. Curl the shoulder blades up off the floor. Start to rock along the length of the spine, building some momentum. Coming up to the top of the mat. And then go ahead and spin around and find your tabletop for just a quick moment here. Let's find a cat-cow stretch. So we'll start with cow pose. Knees come underneath the hips, hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale as you drop your belly, arch your back, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your tailbone around your spine, bring your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, arch the back, lengthen the front of the body, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round back, stretch through the back of the body. One more time. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Nice. Come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hand handprint in front of where they are. Spread your fingers wide. Send your toes to the edge of the mat. Tuck them under. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pause here. Pedal it out, lengthening through the backs of the legs. Drive your shoulders down, away from your ears on the back body. Keep the chin up off the chest, lengthening through the neck here, and let gravity do some of the work. Let your head hang heavy down towards the mat in between your hands. Find stillness in your down dog. Deep breath in here. Full breath out. Just a gentle little flow here to get us moving. Let's step it up towards the top of the mat. Good. Exhale and forward fold, keeping a bend in your knees. Maybe grab for opposite elbows here, ragdoll pose, swaying side to side, or you can let your arms hang heavy, circle